Ambitions. It was another untypical derby game. Commentary from Clive Tilson.
Anfield packed to the rafters for Derby Day. This, of course, will be the setting for the last act of the European Championship qualifiers next month, the play-off between Holland and the Republic of Ireland. There were 3 Liverpool men in Jack Charlton's reprieved team on Wednesday. Jason McAteer thought he'd be returning from Portugal to sit on the Anfield substitutes bench today, but an international injury to Jamie Redknapp has handed him a starting spot in his favourite spot in midfield. 4 of today's team returned from national service, including the only 2 Liverpool-born players there, Steve McManaman and Robbie Fowler, both of whom were boyhood Everton fans. Something went wrong with the Goodison scouting network there. 2 Everton men represented their countries in the week. Neville Southall, who's played in more of these derbies than anyone ever, and Kanchelskis, who was in action against Finland, a match Joe Roll travelled to Russia to watch. He's made a bold selection today, with Kanchelskis on one wing and Anders Limpar on the other. Mind you, both have combined in all 3 Everton League victories thus far, so Roll just couldn't resist the gamble, even at Anfield. Gerald Ashby is the only neutral for miles around, and with 40,000 Scousers gathered in earshot, he certainly won't be short of advice during the afternoon, will he? As ever on Merseyside, it's a local derby with national repercussions. 3rd of the way into the season. Everton just 4 points clear of the relegation zone. Closer than they'd want to be, certainly. Liverpool already 11 points adrift of the leaders. Not close enough for their liking. Gary Ablett, a former Liverpool player. Intercepted by Jason McAteer, a lifelong Liverpool fan. Ian Rush. Rob Jones. Probably the greatest irony of all that Ian Rush, the record goal scorer in Merseyside derbies, was himself a boyhood Everton fan. Barnes to McManaman, nicely done for McAteer. Jones. McManaman's flick, Fowler. Good start, Rash, 1-0 Liverpool, no! Linesman's flags up, it won't count. Ian Rush celebrates in front of the car, but there's some bad news coming his way. And Ian Rush goal is almost part and parcel of Derby Day on Merseyside. He's tortured Everton down the years, but he was in an offside position in the opinion of the linesman on the near side. Peter Walton's flag was raised immediately. Kanchelskis is on his way and Limpar's followed him. And what a pass that is. Right outside in support, Stewart straining to get there. Kanchelskis. Saved by James, cleared by Jones, and Liverpool got away with it. Rob Jones's rather panicky clearance almost put them back in trouble. McAteer. Parkinson getting back there. Well played by Mark Wright. Typical of his form this season. Rush. A year ago, Wright's attitude was being questioned and he was nursing an Achilles problem. There seemed to be no way back for him at Liverpool. Fowler. What will he do next? He'll find Rush and he'll turn and Southall will save. McManaman was beautifully placed next to Ian Rush. Very staunch Everton rearguard present. Protected by a very industrious midfield. It's not to say the visitors haven't had their moments in front of goal too. McManaman was just held there, but he's got possession. McManaman decided to take matters into his own hands. One or two players on the field today who are so exciting when they're running with the ball. McAteer. That's where Barnes wanted the ball to go in the first place. Harkness. Barnes to Fowler. Harkness. Fowler. McManaman. Nicely conceived attack. Steve McManaman. Oh, and almost caught Southall by surprise, but you can't help but think that a ball pulled back across the face of goal would have been more productive. Jackson. Stewart. Limpard just inside of him. Kanchelskis wide to the right. Graham Stewart. It's curled in. Oh, hit the post! And David James is a lucky lad. Terrific effort by Graham Stewart. He always seemed to be setting himself for that. And it just wouldn't come back enough for him. And David James, who didn't quite know where it was, found it in the nick of time. Everton had to make do with a corner. Schwartz there. It's come through for Unsworth. Disappointing outcome to a very promising Everton attack. It was a half which set off at a pace and almost finished with a bang. Graham Stewart's shot striking the post, the man who scored Everton's only 2 goals in their last 5 games. Rush, who always seems to score against Everton, denied by Alliance's flag early on. It's 0-0. Liverpool's home record this season has a familiarly daunting ring about it. Bolton Wanderers are the only visitors to have scored at Anfield in the Premiership. 5 wins, 1 draw and no defeats to date. Gary Lineker was a scorer when Everton last took maximum points here. Yes, it was that long ago, 1986. Actually, everybody involved with Liverpool will tell you he was offside that day. Alan Hansen had his arm up again. Kanchelskis. Right out. Kanchelskis! Yes! Kanchelskis has scored his first goal for Everton, and he scored it against Liverpool at the Kop end. I should think that's pretty much the way he dreamt it last night. Kanchelskis is supposed to provide the crosses for Rideout, but it was the other way around, and both of them performed their task superbly. Terrific centre, and a really well-timed header by Andrei Kanchelskis. Watson's header has fallen for Harkness. Signs of frustration amongst the Liverpool fans. Barnes. They should be well used to seeing teams in red pass the ball patiently and try and wait their moment. That's certainly what this team is trying to do. And everybody who supports them is getting a little anxious about it now. We're into the final quarter of the match. McAteer. Everett. Limpard. Scott Stewart and Kanchelskis ahead of him. Andrei Kanchelskis. Oh, 2-0! It's Andrei's day. Everton lead by 2-0, and Kanchelskis has got them both. Some derby debut. Limpard played him in, and the shot from Kanchelskis just carried too much power for David James to keep it out. power-packed. And just in the area where it's difficult for a goalkeeper, down by his knees, down by his shins. McManaman. Free kick's been given. Barnes is the master of ceremonies. Wright is up there, so too is Scales. Harkness is waiting here. Steve Harkness. Header from David Unsworth. And I bet he felt that. Thundering shot from the Liverpool fullback. And number 4, Unsworth, was brave enough to put his head in the way. Scales. Header from Barnes, and then from Rush. Southall's there. Just about in the hands of the end of the keeper. Oh dear. Well, the ball was loose. Neville Southall hanging on for dear life down there. I think it was Ian Rush's good Paolo went in. And it was all a bit of nonsense, to be honest. Rush and Southall were there, and there's Rush going in. Well, those two are coaches together with the Welsh national team. Mark Wright got a piece of it. Everybody got very excited. Everybody apart from Southall, who was the injured party. Thomas back there, and then Wright. Dave Watson not standing on ceremony. Just a flicker of a smile on the face of Joe Rule behind Jimmy Gabriel then. Smile which will widen as the night goes on, I should suspect. Scales. Came off the head of Short. McManaman trying to get there, and did, away by Short as far as Fowler, and that's found a way through. And this isn't quite over yet. Robbie Fowler reviving Liverpool hopes with 90 seconds remaining on the watch. And for all the bodies that Everton had back there, they couldn't prevent Fowler's daisy cutter finding its way through. McManaman had the first go, that was cleared by Short. Through 3 pairs of legs, I think. 2-1. Rob Jones. Huge roar going up from the Kop behind David James. It was a little psychological victory that Everton won right at the start of the afternoon by winning the toss and making Liverpool attack the Kop end in the first half. Barnes almost played it into the path of Rush. McManaman. Ruddock the substitute, looking for Fowler, finding only Watson. Barnes, on by McAteer this time. Scales. And again. Only for Parkinson, now right out. Not much time for Liverpool. This is the time that Gerard Ashby has added on. They can only be so patient now. Wright getting it forward. Short getting it away. Stewart trying to lay claim to it. On by Rideout. Kanchelskis. Stewart. He's onside here. Stopped by James. Liverpool's hopes are hanging by a thread, but they are still hanging. No, they're not. It's over. Blue is the colour of Merseyside tonight. Everton's first success at Anfield for 8 years. spearheaded by 2 goals from Kanchelskis. 3 straight defeats for Liverpool now, damaging defeats to their high hopes for a return to the good old days. It's a good old day for Everton, whose season turned on a derby win a year ago in Joe Roll's first match in charge, and may just be turning again. They'll enjoy tonight. 2-1 winners at Anfield. What was the game plan?
To get behind the ball, to try and frustrate them a little bit, to make sure that when they got the ball in midfield we had plenty of bodies around them, and then try and hit them on the break.
They are so patient, aren't they? So determined to play it their way, and you made it difficult for them to do that.
Well, we did, and obviously we didn't come here to lie down. We had a game plan, and as you say, it's worked. But we now have the pace with the 2 wide men in the side to hit sides on the break. So, you know, we're getting stronger all the time, and I thought against Blackburn last week there were good signs being carried on today.
Great results. Lots very good play. Every last very good play today. Good results, 3 points. Yeah, I'm happy. It's my team win today. Very happy. Yeah.
From a morale point of view, it probably means more to the players, does it, than any other kind of victory?
Well, I think so. I mean, I watched Dave Watson's face change. He's got one of those smiles that you're going to need an operation to get rid of.
The derby's always a big one, especially at Anfield, where we won there. That always sticks with you. Yeah.